Hey guys, it is Tiffany, and in this video I'm going to teach you how to beat overwhelm and anxious thinking. So if this interests you at all, please like this video, like my channel, subscribe to my channel, hit the little bell so you can get notifications for any upcoming videos on overwhelm and stress and anxious thinking and low self-esteem. I talk about it all. So before I get started, before I dive into the content, if you're struggling with low self-esteem, with overwhelm, with stress, with all of the negative emotion, and it's starting to take over your life, it's starting to control the things you do and stop you from going for things that you actually want and desire to do in your life, go to my description in this video and click the link. You can book a free call with me and we can jump on the phone and chat about your situation, how to get you out of it if you are looking for more support. So I'm going to dive into the content today. Welcome to this video. I'm glad you're here. And if you're here, you're dealing with some overwhelm. You're dealing with some anxious thinking, and it's maybe starting to impact the things you do in your life. And that's okay. The number one thing I'm going to give you today is to accept the anxious thinking. Accept the negative emotion as human. We're all human. We're all going to have ups and downs and happy days and bad days, and we're all going to second guess ourselves and have a little bit of self-doubt, but it shouldn't keep you stuck. It shouldn't keep controlling your life. So one of the things that you can do to stop this in its tracks is to just accept the anxious thinking as just being part of the human cycle, part of the human experience. Understand that this is happening to everyone. And I think what sets us apart when we're feeling that and we're feeling low in that and having it control our life is that it's hard to talk about. It's hard to put ourselves out there in that way. So we don't talk about it, and then we feel alone and we feel like we're the only ones thinking that, but that is not freaking true, okay? Everyone has ups and downs. Everyone second guesses themselves. So start to understand that this is just your brain's way of keeping you safe. It may have uncertainty. It may be battling with the unknown in this way of thinking. And so it's going to try to have you stay safe, have you stay comfortable when you're trying to do those big things or trying to go for something or try something different. You may find that when you're trying something different or trying something new, this pops up more than usual. So please know it's just your brain's way of keeping you safe and keeping you alive. And it's the point where we have to start to rewire that and change our thinking and improve our thinking by just like letting the thought pass through and understanding it's happening to everybody. You're not alone. And that can help a lot, and that can definitely be a tool to work through it. Number 2, you can reverse the overwhelm thought process. So what I mean by this is that when that overwhelm comes up, when the anxious thoughts come up, when the self-doubt comes up for you in your mind, when you're going for something, when you're doing something, when you're just going about your day even. When this comes up for you, you can kind of accept it. Use that first little tool I shared already. Just accept it. Like, okay, this is normal. This is just my brain trying to keep me safe, and I understand that. And then you can reverse it. So I think a lot of times what happens is we go about our day. We're busy. We have kids. We have a business to run. We have a job to run. We have all of this stuff to do in our life that we're go, 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 go. And what happens is we have thoughts. We have 60,000 to 90,000 thoughts a day. Most of those, 90%, over 90% of those for anyone is negative. A lot of the times, if you haven't started to rewire and do that process with yourself yet, over 90% of those for the average person is negative in your head. And so when we can start to become aware of this, we can start to change this. So when you're going about your day, you can even set timers to where you have a timer that goes off at 10 a.m. and you kind of ask yourself, like, what has been flowing through? What has been coming up for me throughout my day? How am I feeling? And as those thoughts come through and you're starting this conscious awareness, you can, when it happens, you can stop yourself and say, oh my gosh, I just started thinking about that. I just started second guessing myself. I just started feeling the overwhelm, and then bringing awareness to that, you can start to figure out why you're feeling overwhelmed. So many of us are just go, 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 that we don't even understand why we're feeling the way we do. So if you can start to bring awareness to that and pinpoint where it's coming from, you can start to improve. You can start to change things. So reverse this, stop them when they happen, and also just remind yourself, this is part of being human. This is part of my brain keeping me safe. And also, just because I have a thought flow through my head doesn't mean that it's true, and it doesn't mean I need to hang on to that. Let them flow through. It's okay. Just because you have a negative thought doesn't mean it has to be your truth. You get to decide what your freaking truth is, girl. So, number 3, the third little tip I'm going to give you to release this overwhelm and anxious thinking is deep breaths. These really, really help. They're very, very beneficial. And what is happening when you take these deep breaths and you focus on your breathing is you're consciously breathing. So all of the overwhelm and the thoughts flowing through your head and all of that starts to fade away because you're relaxing your mind, you're starting to relax your body, and it is your body's relaxation, your body's relaxation response that kind of lets all the other stuff fade away because you're in the moment, you're just focusing on your breathing, you're not focusing on tomorrow, you're not focusing on yesterday, you're not focusing on what you were freaking out about. You can stop for a second and just take a couple deep breaths and reset. So crucial, so beneficial, definitely has helped me. And so in addition to this, you could even try meditation to where you're just sitting with yourself, you're just sitting in silence or listening to a meditation on YouTube. There's a bunch of totally free ones on there. You could do hypnosis, you could do yoga, you could do so many different things to where you can just shut that overwhelm off for a little bit and take some time for you. The fourth little tip I'm going to give you today is to be in the moment. Get yourself in the moment. Start to live in the moment when these thoughts and anxious thinking and self-doubt pops up and this overwhelm pops up, the stress pops up, whatever it may be that's popping up for you. Start to live in the moment. When that stuff starts to pop up, start to realize like, okay, because the saying that a lot of people like share is like, you're in the now right now. If you're feeling depressed, you're focusing on all the past. You're focusing on the past. And anxiety tends to be from us focusing on the future. Focusing on what has happened is from the past and focusing on like all of that and dreading what you've done and having shame and having guilt and being traumatized from your childhood or something in your past. All of that leads to depression. When you're focusing on your future and you're already like designing mental images of your future, what may happen or what may not happen, your body tends to react to that. So we are focusing on what may happen, but really it may not even happen. So we may be stressing our body out and our mind out over nothing that may not even happen. And we know this, you know this deep down, that what you're stressing about may not even come true, but sometimes we get addicted to that stress. Sometimes that feeling of being safe, of feeling like our brain is trained or been wired to think, if I think ahead of time of what may happen, I may keep myself safe. But a lot of times the things that we worry about don't even happen. We're just stressing ourselves out for no reason. And so stop worrying about the future and take some time. You can do those deep breaths. You can live in the moment. You can just focus on what is in front of you. I know they do that technique where it's like find one thing you can see, 2 things you can feel, 3 things you can hear, or just look for like your surrounding areas and just let yourself be in that present moment for a little bit, and you will start to let that anxious thinking and let the negative thoughts kind of pass through. Another thing you can do is also look and remind yourself of other resources. So this could be yoga. Joining a yoga class where you can kind of just be in the moment and stretch your body and have a good time and release some negative emotion that way. There's hypnosis. That's what I use with me and my clients. What that does is it goes into the subconscious programs, the things that you picked up along the way of your journey of life, and it releases the things that don't align with who you want or how you want to feel right now. It gets rid of all of that. Journaling, you can journal, get out of your head a little bit, do a brain dump everything that is going on in here onto a piece of paper to where you can have some clarity. You can lower that overwhelm. Another thing you can do is just get some therapy, talk to someone, find a friend, find some support where maybe there's other people that are struggling with these same things to where you can just talk and also not feel alone. because you're not alone no matter what. And your brain may tell you that you're alone, but you're not alone. A lot of people are struggling with this. Another thing you can do is NLP, get a coach that is certified in NLP, certified in EFT tapping. EFT tapping is something, and NLP are also something that I use with my clients. We tap on the body and we release stuck negative emotion using our words and using the tapping. It's related to acupuncture and acupressure. NLP stands for neuro-linguistic programming, where you go in and you work with the subconscious mind to release stuff that doesn't serve you anymore. So all of that, find something that works for you, look into it, figure out if it's for you, and try it out. It wouldn't hurt to try it out. So I hope this video helped you guys. If it did, make sure to like this video, leave a comment, and let me know what you think. And also you can go down and subscribe to my channel for more videos on this topic. I'm so glad you're here. And again, if this is you, if you are struggling with anxious thinking, self-doubt, stress, overwhelm, all the negative emotions, and it's starting to take control of your life and stop you from actually living, actually going for things you want, like building that business or letting go of a toxic relationship, whatever it may be, reach out to me. Go to my link in the description, book a free discovery call. We can jump on the phone. We can talk about this. We can get you out of your head, out of your box of overwhelm, and see that you can be happy. You can be confident. You can have a high self-esteem. It's all possible for you. So I love you guys, and I'll see you later. Bye.